Let's welcome back Bryce.
Hey, he's back.
Let's go.
So, hang on before we give him some misery. How was Puerto Rico?
Oh, it was great. Beautiful people, beautiful place. They're so nice, except the guy that shot at us. So that was crazy.
What happened with that? Because I'm struggling to believe that you were shot at.
Dog, we're just taking a tour like through the forest, kind of out to the beach, and we just like take this turn, and we hear a gunshot, and all our horses like stood up, and my horse was the biggest one because I was the fattest one there. And something hit like 10 feet away from us, and one of my friends actually got like hit by like a piece of stick that came from the thing. And then we just sit there for like 2 minutes, and our tour guys are like, what the fuck just happened?
It's like, no, let's move.
Yeah, I was like,
Andale.
That is the most you've communicated in Spanish in your life.
Tranquilo.
No, that's the opposite of what you want.
Well, that's calm? What they were. They were like, tranquilo.
Oh, I thought
it's like, vamos.
That uses like slow down, though.
It's like
calm. It's calm, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I want to be like, nah, El, get the fuck out of here. That's what I want.
He said, fuck your horse, dog. I'm getting off this shit and walking away from here. What the fuck?
Dog, and that was the first time I rode a horse.
That makes it 3.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Don't do him like that, man.
I said rid a horse.
I corrected it quickly. All right, but anyway, the lady comes up and she's like, come here. So I went over there and she was like, this horse likes to be in front. And I was like, oh, great. I'm hungover. I'm like, great. This is fantastic. She's like, I'm telling you, if you're not in front, he's going to sprint. And I was like, oh, great. All the guys on the tour like lined up against the fence, and I get on my horse, and he sprints right up to the front and headbutts a tree. I was like, oh, dead.
Dude, that was your horse. That was your fucking horse.
I'm dead.
But that would be you, hungover, drunk as a horse.
If you were a horse.
That is you.
Absolutely.
Fair.
There's no way. You met your perfect horse.
That horse, that was your spirit animal,
dude,
dog.
his name was Guapo, too. It was great.
Guapo just headbutting trees out here, dog. That is your horse, man.
We got Bourbon, now we got Guapo.
How much do they want for that horse? I will start a fundraiser for you to get your horse over here, dog.
That's what you ride into Orlando City matches on.
Oh, that would be great.
Just headbutting every tree.
Park him outside.
Just walk in the goddamn stadium with it?
No,
just in the wall. Just be like, Logan, it's all right.
Who needs drums? We got Guapo.
It's fine. Don't worry.
The horse sitting like in the tunnel.
He just rides out in front of everybody.
It's like Nitro rides out on the horse.
Yeah.
We just have Kingston ride out on Guapo.
Fuck Kingston. We got Bryce riding out on.
Yeah, that's our mascot, dog. What you talking
Every
about?
time.
That's a menace inside the stadium, man. Well,
All right, so was the trip to Puerto Rico worth the 2 beans?
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Well, let's go ahead and get them over with.
Well, I'll get back to you on that in a second here.
They might not be.
Should have opened it up and dumped all of them in his hands.
All right, so we got either dirty dishwater, the classic.
This is rotten egg or buttery popcorn.
Oh, heard. We like to eat beans with Bryce because Bryce is our mate. And when we eat Bryce, he... No.
That's
Boy,
what?
What?
You were like, wait, Brycey...
Yeah, no, because I was trying to figure out his reaction. I didn't forget the song.
That's right.
Nice.
Yep. See, that one wasn't as bad as dirty dishwater.
Not as bad as that.
Here we go.
Just start popping them like pills. No, chew it.
Oh, you missed it.
He almost threw up.
That almost came right back.
Let me get some out.
Does it say you want lemonade or you want that?
Oh, this is fucking terrible.
Oh, damn.
That was almost amazing.
Cheeks bulged all the way out, facing down. It was close.
Oh.
There's no way.
That one.
You're like good to bad bean ratio has got to be like.
I have not had
It's
one good
shit.
bean.
0.
No, you've had minimum one.
No,
You've
I
had
don't.
to.
No, I really don't think he
I
has.
have not.
How many dirty dishwaters have you gotten?
6.
5 or 6 now. Yeah.
It's got to be
How
like
the alternative
6.
is birthday cake.
That would have been great.
Yeah,
Well,
but the birthday cake
You got
is-
peanut butter there. That might wash the flavor out, bud.
Ooh.
Take a bite of that shit real quick. Well,
See,
Guapo.
welcome back, Bryce. Welcome back.
glad to be back.
I'm sure after that, I'm sure you're glad.
Glad to be back, just like Orlando City's glad to be back at doing the same shit.
Can I ask?
I forgot to mute.
Yeah. You know what? I'd probably rather eat every single bad bean in that bean boozled can than sit here and watch us sit back for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a problem. Now, according to Junior Urso, that problem apparently doesn't stem from Oscar. I kind of find that hard to believe. Don't know about you guys, but I don't see them just sitting back and taking it in the ass.
I mean, if you're someone inside the club is saying, like on the roster is saying that, no, it's not Oscar sitting there telling us to defend. It's us just backing off the pressure. I mean, I tend to believe that. Whether now, where the issue I have with Oscar is why are you not pressuring and trying to get them to do more? And
That's what he should be doing.
but if it's not, if Urso's saying like, no, yeah, it's us just being pathetic and giving up and not giving the effort that we need to, then yeah, that's a player taking some accountability for what the hell's going on right now.
So, who needs to change that then? Because if we
It's
keep
got
seeing,
to come from the top, obviously, but the players also have to respond to the coaching that they're receiving. You know what I mean? Like you see some of them go out there running and putting effort in and stuff like that, but I don't know.
so the question is, do you still blame Oscar for letting them do that, or do you fully pin it on the players for them just sitting back and taking it? Because Oscar really should be the one to kind of just like be that spur, be like, what the hell are you guys doing? You guys need to keep going, play your game.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he needs to be putting more pressure on them, but it's like I keep saying to you guys about this, like we have no quality depth, right? So none of these starters are really being pushed for playing time, you know what I mean? So it's like if I want to go out there and take a little time off, fuck it. Who's going to take my job? Who's going to take my spot? So it's a culture problem, I think, is it's complacency within the locker room right now is like, yeah, we came out, we whooped Red Bulls 5-1. Great performance. Everybody's hyped. Now we're going to be complacent. And we saw a complacent performance is what it was.
So you're starting to see a revamp of this team with all of the contracts that are ending at the end of this year or even next year. We bring in Gio Aquini, we're bringing in Angulo, and now Wilder, Cartagena, whichever one you want to say. But we're still not bringing anyone defensively. And I feel like that's... I was going to say that's where we have most of our troubles, but we
It's
haven't
not.
been able to finish. But it's where we have more depth up top, and the rotation we do is always up top, never in the back. We see Kyle Smith come in. That's really the only defender we sub on, other than Schlegel, if we're pulling in the 5-back at the very end of matches.
Right, but what do you don't want to change out that center back pairing. You know what I mean? Like those are the guys
No,
that
you don't, but like you want rest. So earlier in the season, say Antonio wasn't hurt, we still would have probably played. Well, we would have had to have played the 3 center backs that we have in Schlegel, Carlos, and Robin. But then even we saw Kyle Smith have to play that center back role. So not having another center back in there
I see what you
hurts.
mean. Yeah.
Because then you have to rely. If one of them gets hurt, then you're relying on Schlegel to play the whole time. And then if you need a sub, then you have Kyle Smith go play center back, and that's obviously not his main position. So not having another one hurts.
We do, but we just have not seen
Thomas Williams.
anything from him this season. Really.
It all comes down to the years of abuse by the previous ownership, I feel like, of the club. You know what I mean? And the lack of investment and trying to get players here and expanding our roster. You know what I mean? We now are under the first year of new ownership, and we're still going to see these issues from past where we see a squad built for Oscar in his first year with a total net spend of, I think it was 14, 13 mil, something like that.
Talking with, what's his face, with Facundo?
Yeah, no, Oscar's first year here when he came in.
Probably 9.
Yeah, I think it was because Nani was a signing at that point in time too, so he was a little more expensive. But you're talking about an entire roster being built for under $20 million.
Which in the MLS, if you're still spending 14 mil, that's an okay, decent-ish. Before the U20 initiative came in, or 22, sorry, it's not awful spending money to have.
I mean, but what are LA spending annually?
It's LA.
Okay, well, those are the top teams. That's what I'm saying. If you want to compete,
Galaxy
you have to
been
spend.
shit for the past
Galaxy,
couple years.
FC, Seattle, Columbus, they all spend.
Well, Galaxy are making a
Columbus.
step in the right direction.
Well,
does.
Columbus used to be a solid team. You know what I mean?
Guess who is a solid team? Philadelphia, and they don't have a.
Their academy is also one of the
Expensive.
Yeah,
best
well,
in the
they've
nation.
built that. We haven't had the ability to build
But
anything.
it's just smart spending.
Yeah, well, we haven't done that. We haven't.
Yeah, you can argue, yeah.
You can argue
Yeah.
our highest paid player on the team right
Yeah,
now.
bad business. As
So
of right now, bad business. Facundo,
Oh, Cara.
good business, yeah.
every other striker other than DK, bad business.
Kyle Aaron, good business.
Okay, so Kyle Aaron, a draft pick,
And it wasn't
great
even.
business.
Yeah, it wasn't even business. It's just
Same with Daryl.
taking
Again,
up-
great.
So our scouting department in the draft can do well.
Well, the
Yes and no.
the
Jack
scouting
Lottery.
department on the other 4
Yeah, but-
that drafted before us did a fucking terrible job. Miami
no,
passed on DK twice. Fucking idiots.
Oh, you're talking about other squads,
Yeah.
other clubs.
So say, how many draft picks have we had that just haven't worked out?
Well, not. Sorry, the soccer talent in the draft is not that deep.
No, and it's
3
a
to 4
lottery.
maybe.
It's really a lottery. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You never know which kids are going to take and which ones aren't. It's just
We've had 3 decent strikers. I'd say Jacqueline is a decent striker. And he's holding up for the Golden Boot in MLS Next Pro.
that's great. Has he played a singular minute in the league for us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
5?
2.
that's more
2.
than a singular
I'm
minute.
sorry. So
It
I'm-
has
I'm-
not been a lot.
I'm great. I'm glad he's performing at that level, but again, he hasn't played at the MLS level to get enough minutes, and it's not on him.
That's
I
why
can't
we
blame
get rid
him.
of Tesho, and then he comes in and plays that third striker role.
I can't blame him for that right now, but I'm not going to say that he was a good, pick for us because he may come into the MLS and shit the bed. I don't want it to happen, but
he's a good pick for the club, and the fact that he's a Golden Boot.
yeah, no, he's doing
racer
great. Yes,
in
and
Next Pro.
that's for sure. It's a culture problem from top to bottom for me, is like what I was saying, and it stems from the mistakes of previous ownership, and we're still trying to weed that out.
Yeah.
I mean, we all get high after all these wins, you know what I mean? Especially in the Open Cup, when this has been a hell of a run for us. It's been probably the most emotional run we've had as a club in any competition yet, because it's been like, all right, round 1, we got the Rowdies, you know what I mean? And then we've got Philly, who we're supposed to lose to because they were the favorites. We beat Philly at home again. All right, well, now we got Miami at home. You know what I mean? Like, another rival. Then we played Nashville, who we always have a tough time playing against. That's almost a rivalry starting to form because it's a good game every time we play.
Back-to-back PKs.
Yeah.
In both those games.
And then we play Red Bulls, who we never can beat. Like, we've never been able to play well against that team, and we beat them 5-1. You know what I mean? Like, it has been a hell of an emotional ride for us on that. So, it's just, you can't take away from how much that means to us, but we also have to be real and where we are as a club. Like I said before, we're still building something. We're still working for something. So, games like yesterday are going to happen.
Yeah, the fashion in which it happened
It sucks.
is awful. That pain as a football fan. Like, you never want to see that happen to your club. The 2 times it happens a season in each league, you're like, well, it sucks for them. But, like, you never actually feel the pain. Like, if it was Philly, so they just beat Houston 6-0. But let's just say they were only up 1-0, and then Houston came back and won. Like, we obviously wouldn't feel pain for Philly. But the pain that I think the whole fan base was in last night is immense. Coming off the high, like you said, of beating Red Bulls 5-1. And then just having the Wayne Rooney curse, which is just the most awful thing. Which, speaking of, fuck your shit-ass club.
Yeah, for real. Fuck United for making that, man.
That's...
He should have just been an Everton legend for the rest of his life, and we would have been fine.
Stay in Derby, I don't care.
Fuck
Can we
off.
talk about how he was put as the Team of the Week manager?
Yeah.
Why? For what?
Because that club
they scored 2 goals in the 90th
That club-
What does that have to
no.
do with him?
no,
Nothing to do.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing, but
that club was rudderless before he got there. Every single one of us said, "Well, play our B team." You know what I mean? It's the worst team in the East. Who cares? The Wayne Rooney effect on that club is huge. You have to consider that. That club now believes in themselves that they don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. They don't think that they're going to, but their goal for the rest of the season is to fuck everybody's season up. We can be that team that can make you miss the playoffs. We could just get points, start building something here, and next year's what they're looking forward to. They're just going to be that menace team for the rest of the season.
They shouldn't have.
And we left that game up in the air. We did.
Yeah, I was going to say they shouldn't
So
have been
Wayne
allowed to
Rooney-
be
yeah.
that team for us.
Wayne Rooney went into that locker room and was like, look, there's still a game to be won here. You know what I mean? We're up 2-0, which we realistically should have been, but we could have been up 3-0. We're up 3-0. He's not going in that locker room and saying, look, there's still a game to be won here. He's going out there, compose yourselves. You got to get yourself together. You got to. It's a
Just win this
completely
talk.
different thing.
Talk, yeah.
well, he's probably just like, it's fucking Orlando City and they're up a goal. What are they going to do? Fucking sit back for 45 minutes. So
What have we dropped? What is it? We've dropped 20 points from winning positions this season.
Yep.
Which is atrocious.
Yep.
I forgot the stat I sent you. It was like in the past 7 games, out of 21 possible points, how many do you think in the MLS? Out of 21 possible points, how many do you think we've picked up?
5.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the MLS, out of the possible 21 points,
Yes.
7 years.
3,
It was 5 points.
5.
We were sitting at L House last night. He asked that, and I said 10 to 12.
Yeah.
No.
That
July is just fucking terrible.
And that's another thing that I think contributes to that performance too, is we have to realize how strenuous last month was. You know what I mean? It's tough. When you're seeing Araujo playing upwards of 1,800 minutes so far this season, and we have no suitable backup for him, so there's no foreseeable rest for him in the future. Robin
So how did we
Janssen.
Get rid of Mendes. Oh, Scuffed pod is back. There it is. Well done. I got it. You know, while we're at it, let's see if I can.
Well done.
No, I'm not gonna get that. I don't know. Fuck that.
Either way, it's
Well, that's why we're bringing in the new CDM.
Angolo. Yeah, it's smart. We need that, but you can't underestimate how tired this team is. The water bottle.
Water bottle that way a little bit. God damn.
Fucking hell. Are you all right?
No,
No,
yeah,
this-
dishwater for the
fuck.
6th time.
This, and we gotta fucking talk about the shit that happened last night. It was the worst Monday of my fucking life because of that game.
I'm sure there's been worse.
No, probably.
Something else that we can talk about that, we need to talk about is how bad fucking Pato needs a goal.
Yeah.
He needs one so bad. You
Hasn't
could
scored since
see it.
April 2nd?
Huh?
Hasn't scored since April 2nd?
Yeah.
In
So
open
it's-
play.
In the MLS?
And period.
Yeah.
I thought he scored a penalty at some point in the Open Cup.
That was a.
Yeah, I
Rowdy's
think it's open
game.
play that he hasn't scored since April.
When was that pen? That was a.
It may have been the
That
Rowdies
was a
game.
Rowdy's game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was. Was that not then?
Hmm.
Or am I just my timing?
I don't know,
I
but
was like,
Rowdy in April? There's no way.
Either way, he needs one bad, and you can see every time he missed a chance in that match how much it's starting to weigh on him.
Yeah, he really doesn't look great at all. Even just like
No,
creatively wise. April 20th was his penalty against the Rowdies.
That's not true.
hell.
What?
Creatively wise, Pato is still
Name a good pass that came off last match.
Urso's goal.
All right, so a good
Literally
pass.
everything in the first half came through him and Mauricio.
Didn't he have an assist in the Red Bull game?
In
too?
the Red Bull game, that man was
When
phenomenal.
you score 5 goals, yeah, you're going to have that. And he sits back and he drops in and he was actually winning the ball back against the Red Bulls, which was cool to see. But
Since the Arsenal match, his form has gone up so much, and then in that last match, you can see him not scoring is starting to weigh on him mentally. Because as soon as he missed that first chance, the light switched. You know what I mean? He was not pressing as high up the field as he was. He was not giving as much effort. He was not trying to be tricky. He was not trying to. It's starting to weigh on him. Like, you can't take that. We have to start looking at that.
I feel like on his miss, he really shouldn't have gone for goal.
He
He
should
slid
have.
it to Facundo.
But I completely
Because he was wide
understand
open.
why you do that there,
Yes. I mean, if he's trying to get back in form and score his first goal in forever, I do get that. But if he was scoring before that, I think he doesn't even try to shoot that. And I think
he should have passed it to Facundo, but Benji also should have gotten the ball out from under his feet earlier. That extra touch that he took absolutely screwed over everything.
Yep.
Because then whoever it was able to close down Pato. The two guys were able to get their feet kind of set right in front of the goal. But then even then, if you see them closing down, like if Pato sees a guy closing down on him, and Facundo's got to be screaming for that ball. If he wasn't screaming for it and he just had his hands up, that's also his fault.
Yeah.
So you got to be calling for that ball. Then he would just smack it or fake shot and do whatever. Probably would have scored. It's another chance missed. What's new? But like at least Pato shot the ball.
Yeah. And a player of Pato's caliber, I'm not mad at that shot either, because I know he's inches from putting that in the goal. You know what I mean?
No, it needs to be on frame.
I'm not mad at the. Yeah, I think he's saying he's not mad at the decision to shoot. He's just mad at like.
Yeah, obviously it's
output.
not a great shot, by him. But the fact that he's taking that shot, I'm not mad at that, because I know that he's again inches away from putting that in just off crossbar down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you know that the keeper's not in there. So you have a 50-50 shot of it going in if you just put it on frame. Because the two guys were split. The middle of the goal was decently open. So if it's anywhere in the air, I realize like,
half seconds decision, somebody's
realize that.
closing you down because Benji's
he's
taking
also
that.
played in Europe. I've been in that situation probably many a times in my playing career that no one gives a shit about. And I probably do the same thing. But now you're looking at it from a 32, 33-year-old Pato perspective who's played on the biggest stages. You just have to know that you just need to get it on frame. Like I said, even if it gets deflected up over the bar via header, or if the guy just clears it and we lose the chance, at least it's a shot on frame as to where then it's just a fully wasted chance.
Yeah, no, I get that. Again, though, it's like that comes off. We're praising him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking about a 4-inch gap from him crossbar down to where it rolled over the crossbar, because it wasn't like it was miles off frame. Like he
It's
just.
top of the net, yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I'm not happy that was the decision, because Facundo's standing out there, but it's like. What again? I don't know. Was he screaming for the ball? I didn't see that. It's like
You see the shot that was from behind
with
the goal,
he's got
and
both his hands up.
Yeah, so you don't know if he's standing and screaming. Yeah.
I'm sure he was, but at the same time, it's like maybe he wasn't. He was just assuming that Pato was going to see him. He didn't want to bring attention to himself, and
Yeah, that's why I was saying if you're Facundo, you have to be screaming for that, no matter the situation.
it just sucks, man. It sucks to see that, because my main issue with Oscar up until this point was he's not getting the best out of this team. And then we saw last week what he can get out of this team. You know what I mean? And the potential that we have. And then it's right back to the same performances. And I know that team was tired because they played, that Open Cup match. But I also understand why he fielded that team, because he knows we need to pick up points in the league. And that lineup probably gave us the best shot at getting points out of that match.
And then I would expect a sub at halftime, because if you're playing the same team that just played 4 days ago,
Yeah.
you expect at least one of them to come off at half. Even at, like, you take Benji off because he obviously didn't have the best of matches.
Yeah.
And then, so you bring on Gio Aquini. Let him try to change something. Obviously, Mo came off slightly knocked, injured, whatever the situation is with him. Junior looked tired. Patel looked tired. So you'd have to be smart in that, knowing that you also have a game a week away.
You know what else was something too that they kept talking about on the broadcast, and something that I noticed is how often Benji was caught out of Juan was caught out of position.
There's a
It feels like at least every other time.
Yeah, he was too far up the pitch and sucked in. And the first goal, right, when the ball was played in, it was because Araujo was late to get over there to stop that, right?
Yeah, and Ruan was down.
Down on the field,
yeah.
right. But it's like they were able to work that channel so often. That was their only really offensive attacking option for a while in that game.
They'll get down the left and then either cut it back right on top of the box, because that's where their first chance came from, was down the left-hand side. And then Funtas had the worst shot of...
You see Antonio screaming, you know what I mean, at Juan and Cesar at one point. And it's like, I guess the communication just wasn't there this match, you know what I mean? Like, it just was one of those games.
You can chalk it up to one of those games, or you just admit that it was a shit game.
It was. I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm saying it was a shit game.
Maybe he got a little help from the referee. Was he? You got to look at it. Was he off?
The first one looked semi off to me. Even my dad looked at it and he was like, I don't think he's off. But the angle from the sideline,
it could be.
But the thing that pains me about it, even if he wasn't offside, how are you not, like, how is VAR not recommending that he goes to the screen to check that? It makes zero sense.
Is it clear and obvious?
Absolutely no, absolutely not. So then why are you not going to the screen to check it? He should be the one making the on-field ref should be the one making the call in that match. The fact that it isn't that way, that's how it used to be in the Prem, and everybody was pissed. So they eventually had to change it to where then the on-field ref goes to the screen, so he's the one making the final decision, not a guy sitting in LA or New York, wherever they have those screens set up.
Fucking Atlanta. Shit.
Is it Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They changed it, yeah.
It's... that's what I think it is. Why he didn't go over there is because the verbiage of it now is that if it's not a clear and obvious error, that no, you're not going to take a look at it.
But if it's clear and obvious, like, that's what you're there for. So if it's not clear and obvious, if it's close, send the main ref over there.
I'm just trying to think of why he wasn't. I'm not defending Pro is hard because it doesn't make sense. So I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah. You can even say the same thing on the second goal. Possibility of offsides, but then even in that, Robin obviously put his hand up, turned to the AR, lost track of Taxi Funtas, who was then able to get into the position to finish it.
Yeah, that's like
this is what pisses me off the most, bro. When I see players just fucking continuously raising their fucking hand up.
I'm fine with it as long as you are able to stay in position and do your job.
Yeah, but if you're losing complete focus and fucking looking at the ref like, ooh.
Yeah, it's probably his, like you said, first mistake he made all season.
Pretty close. He's been pretty rock solid.
But I agree with him, man. Like, leave it up to the refs. At every single level, at every single player, like, what is you raising your hand going to influence?
The ref's not going to be like, oh, you said it was off, let me raise my flag. No. He's going to make the decision at the end of the day.
It's habit for players.
Tape their motherfucking arms to their sides.
Like, if you think someone's off, you're instinctively just going to raise your hand, right?
Well, I do it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just.
But I'm not making money from playing football.
The thing is, Robin does it so often, but he's still able to come back and.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time we've seen him have that, like, little mental.
I've never seen that man make a mental.
Yeah. Just the raising the hand part brings me back to David Mateos and Aha. Constantly keeping people on sides and going offsides and just goal.
Well, Robin's just not that, is he?
I know. Look,
I think it also comes back
hurts.
to like the American football playing and coaching too, because you're taught to never Like, if somebody jumps offside or something like that, stand there and point at it or make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
you're
the same thing.
you're taught to put your hand in the dirt and listen to the whistle, and that is it. So like, that's probably where the rage comes in partially too, because I know for me that's what it is. It's like, just be disciplined. Just be fucking disciplined. It's not hard. And if you can't be disciplined, then maybe you should just run. That's the way it is for me. Like, that's the way I was taught. Like, if you can't be disciplined, you don't get to play all practice. You don't get a ball. You get to sit there and you get to run all practice until you can learn how to be disciplined. Like,
It doesn't piss me off if you raise your arm, but if you raise your arm and you turn to the AR, and then your man is on the other side, and you lose full and complete sense of where he is, that's the worst part. Because like, then you're just not in the game.
Yeah.
You leave yourself out of the game, and then we drop 2 points. That one, it kind of pissed me off, but
that team was shambolic from the 70th minute on.
I'd go 60.
As soon as Moke stepped off, yes, we saw a difference in them, but it's not like we weren't composed enough to keep some possession.
You could feel the goal coming on.
Oh yeah, it's literally as soon as Gioacchini stepped on, we went into that 3-back. It's like nobody.
It turned into a 5-4-1.
Yeah, like nobody knew what they were doing. Nobody knew what their role was.
Mhm.
Like, and that's disgusting.
And
that comes down to Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where he needs to take responsibility for that, and that's where I feel like that's his thing, is that you put us there in that position and nobody knew what they were doing.
Mhm.
Do I understand buckling down and trying to escape with the points with the way that was going from the 50th minute till that point? Yes.
But realistically, we should have been 2-3-0 up at that point.
It should have been
So-
before half. It should have been 2-0, and it shouldn't have even been a game. So the players have to take responsibility, and the coach has to take responsibility.
I was the one that sent out the tweet. If you saw the controversial ass tweet. Also, if you're the guy that blocked us on Twitter because you've had enough of this. Had enough of what? One controversial tweet. You can piss the fuck off.
Piss off, wanker.
No, facts though. I mean, if we're here to let everybody speak their minds, including the people in this room. So it's like, if you don't like what we say, then grow up.
Like blocking people on Twitter feels like
It's elementary
such a-
school. Yeah.
It's like I'm so.
And I'm gonna comment before I do it. Let you know
Yeah,
that I'm blocking you.
But then we can't see that comment because you're blocked. Yeah. Okay. Cool, buddy. Thanks.
But to be
That's-
fair, 24 hours removed from the game, I do agree it's on everyone's.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not
it's a
just
50-50
Oscars,
split.
not just players. It's both of them.
I'm just saying the tweet engagements banged
I know
on
it
that
did.
tweet. It was great. Yeah. Do I regret tweeting that out though? No.
No.
Because in that moment, it was the whole second half before we had Junior's comments, post-match in the presser. Maybe he's protected and maybe he's not. But then also when he was talking to Gabby Amato on the field, it seemed like a different tone, and it kind of seemed like he was saying it was Poppy without really saying it was Poppy. So then it also goes back to that, and we'll probably just never know.
Yeah, well, you know how it is in Orlando City. We're never gonna know for real what the truth is.
Yeah, with any club, that should never come out though. You don't
Yeah.
want that
Yeah.
controversy between a
No.
player and a manager.
But in true Orlando City fashion, we won't know anything
Oh, yeah.
about anything. And
We won't know what happened to Mo.
no, Mo won't be in the lineup next week, and we're going to be like, and they'll be like, oh, he's fine.
I want to
Mo's
know why
fine.
Jake Mulroney wasn't
Yeah,
in the
didn't
lineup.
travel.
What, sorry, I don't know whose foot I just hit. Why? Like, did he get a knock? He didn't play in the Open Cup. So did we forget that he got hurt in the match before that?
No, you can't play in the Open Cup.
Yeah. So he didn't play in the Open Cup.
Yeah.
But did he get a knock in the match before that? And we're all just stupid and we forgot that he's hurt.
Is that when he came off limping? Was that?
Oh wait, yeah, he actually did
He might have.
against Arsenal. That was in the Arsenal match.
Yeah.
Not Philadelphia?
No, because I wasn't there. I wouldn't remember. It was Arsenal, because that's when Robin got hurt and then Jake got hurt.
And then Jake limped
Yeah.
off, yeah. Is he hurt? Maybe, maybe not. Who fucking knows?
Did he just have surgery? Maybe, maybe not.
But here's Roberto
Well, we-
Carlos.
But
Is he an Orlando City player? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah. It's just our club for you, you know? I'm glad that you remember that because I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now Morini's hurt. Mo's potentially hurt. So we're going to rely on
Pato dropping in that.
Gio Aquini
Mo.
probably going out to the left. Pato dropping in. Who, Benji or Kara up top. And then Facundo on the right.
Honestly, throw Jacqueline up top, please. A little
Young
spark.
player of the year right here.
We need something. And we haven't had anything coming off our bench all season. So it's not like they were going to change anything this match for us. So it's tough when you're looking for that spark and you need somebody to come in and give us that, and we don't have anywhere to look and turn.
Yeah, I feel like I say this a decent amount though, but if there's a team to bring him on against, it's the worst in the East. So who are you going to bring? Are you going to bring him on against Seattle when we play him at the end of this month? Like, are you going to bring him on against a good team where we need goals, but you don't know if you're going to get the goals out of him, or would you rather bring him out during a game against a slightly worse side?
Or
I feel like it would be against that slightly worse side.
I just feel like he's not in the plan at all this year. You know what I mean?
Why is
Who?
Tesho, Jacqueline?
Oh.
Why, Tesho hasn't scored in over a calendar year, and probably a couple months at this point.
It's
he's a
because he
defensive
plays
striker.
Oscar's system well.
What is a wingback?
Yeah, right wing
As a
back
striker,
that can't
that
defend.
presses. That's all he does.
I guarantee
correct.
you.
Does-
You
the
tell
thing is, he
Jacqueline to
doesn't
do that,
press
he will.
well either. He just runs at you.
Yeah, but that's more than
All it
any
takes
of
is
our
a simple
strikers do.
foot fake or just changing your direction.
I agree. I don't
want
want to see fucking Tesho. I
I'd
don't know
give
why the fuck
Benji-
he's out there.
I'd give
But
Benji the pressing over Tesho.
100%.
Well, that's
then
why
the
Benji's
next touch
playing.
is
Yeah.
fucking across the field to the trash can.
Yeah, but at least you get something with Benji. Like
Yeah,
it may
you-
not, but at least he'll give you a dash of pace. Whereas Tesho just
I agree. I'm just trying to understand why Oscar still
it's like a
plays
motor.
over other
Benji's
people.
like a motorcycle. Tesho is a scooter. That's
And
what
not
it
an
feels
electric
like.
one. This is a razor scooter hitting you in the
In
shin.
the- oh,
Yeah,
damn! I
it is
felt
that. It
one.
is also getting back in the car on a hot summer day and touching the metal part of your seatbelt. That is what bringing on Tesho feels like.
That's when Angela sneaks up on Dwight in the one episode of The Office. Fuck.
That's oh, fuck, I love that show.
Oh man, that's what that last match was too. Just
Those 2 goals at the end.
Yeah.
It's just Angela sneaking up twice.
burning
So,
yourself on a hot seat.
When we gave up the second goal, Burb just fucking
He
left.
Just left the house.
And I wanted to do the same thing, but I was at my house.
yeah, I live there.
I was going to say that's something Bryce would.
I was about to take a lap around my house, calm down a little bit. My grass was too long, so I couldn't do that.
Don't know why. That just brought me back to we were all sitting there thinking that he's going to go to the VAR screen, and he just didn't.
Yeah.
That one baffles me.
There's just no consistency with VAR.
No consistency with the reffing, period. No
Bro.
matter if it's the VAR room or the on-field refs.
Welcome to Pro,
yeah, buddy.
where they have FIFA badges for
Did
the
you-
Open Cup.
And last match. I'm pretty sure, because I was about to say that. I'm like,
Did we get FIFA
it was
accredited?
FIFA and Pro.
Oh,
So is Pro now FIFA accredited?
There's
Wait.
no fucking shot.
I am.
I don't know.
I
Open
thought-
Cup game is through like
U.S.
the U.S. Federation,
Dude,
so
soccer.
they might
No.
I was looking
have
at US
to be
Open
there or
Cup.
something. I don't know.
I don't know. I do have to head out though. I have something that came up. So
Wow. Love that.
y'all, let's have fun. Do you want the headphones?
We're
Yeah.
at 40 minutes. We can just end it.
I'm not gonna do a little preview.
I mean,
We got
I
this.
gotta go, so it's not like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
help you clean up or anything.
Heard
Just so you
no,
understand
yeah.
that.
Fantastic.
How am I sounding, Bryce?
Great.
Hey.
Excellent.
Burb, you've got 3 beans the next time you come on
We
because of
didn't
that
turn the
shit.
lights on. Heard. That's all you, Burb. Good luck. Let's see. I gotta find the highlights, and then I want to get out of here.
In fact, I need food.
The fuck?
I'm a top G.
Shut the fuck up.
You guys start barking.
Orlando City v DC United. Oh, you stupid ads. Who puts 50?
So I'm
yeah,
down
you-
to do a preview episode of the game, but not on Thursday because Jags are back, baby.
That's fair. Except
Got it right here.
No one cares
That's
about either of
fucking-
these two shit franchises.
Fuck you.
Let's go Jets.
What-
Zach Wilson, your 2022-2023 MVP.
Yeah. All right. Let's get
Heard it
back
here first.
to. I'm trying to find a shot of the referee, but of course that's just not going to happen, is it?
You're really gonna watch the Jags game over wanting to record a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
You're gonna watch them get fucking blown out of the water for
Nope.
however long.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence
Yeah,
is throwing
no.
70% in practice, so
Look,
I'm fine
he's got
with
a
it.
FIFA badge and the pro badge.
Yeah, he does, doesn't
I
he?
don't know if y'all can see this.
Just fucking chuck it up on screen.
Yeah. I don't know if it's been like that for a minute. I don't think it has.
I don't
But if
think it
Pro
has.
is now FIFA accredited, that is not good for us as fans because that means the MLS is then trying to work to keep Pro around for longer in our league, which is nothing absolutely no one wants, or which is something absolutely no one wants. Sorry.
Facts. Just start the hashtag Pro needs to go.
Yeah.
That's just what it has to be.
Pro? No, never mind.
What?
Not saying
No,
that.
you can say it.
No.
No, you can say,
Say
it.
it.
Go for it.
I'm good.
No,
Say it.
No. Yeah.
So you gotta say it now.
No, I can't.
Yes,
You
can.
have to.
Deuces. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right. That is going to wrap this episode up. We're all disappointed that we couldn't. He didn't take his mic. What a nunce. And his cup. And his Taco Bell.
Beans. That is beans.
For him. 3 for each item.
There's still some more wrapper down there.
All right. Let me finish
Next
this
to
up
the
and then we can. All right. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to our YouTube if you're watching this. Hit the notification bell. Like the video. Instagram is at OCFanTV. Twitter at OCFanTV22. OCFanTV on Twitter. Just give us the handle, please. We don't care about your Jason Christ murder mysteries.
It's so
TikTok.
'cause that's what the fuck it is.
TikTok is at OCFanTV.
For so long.
Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Jags. Shit
Yeah,
franchises.
Fuck the Bucks.
Up to
Tom
Super
Brady's
Bowl number 8 for
done.
Tom Brady, the GOAT. And we will see y'all in the next one.
Can't wait for Tom Brady to retire. The Bucks ain't gonna be shit.